Hello, good morning. So it is currently the 3rd of September, which is my dad's birthday. So happy birthday, Dad. He's actually flying to England today for a work thing. So we're actually not gonna be that far from each other, but we're not seeing each other. So, whoa, nearly fell on a dog toy. Because it is the morning time, obviously, clearly I haven't gone to bed yet. Shocker. But what I decided that I was going to do is, I just had some pot noodles, by the way, so good. My little instant noodles, me and them were like that. I decided that I would take both the girls to the beach. It's a Sunday, and it's also like, well, it's just hit 7 a.m. So if it's going, by the way, my floor looks a mess. I promise it's like toys and blankets, and Milo's currently lying on it. If there's gonna be little people there, it's going to be nice. So this is the only real time to take Bonnie because whenever there's other dogs there, so we're gonna test it out. Good morning, Mr. Milo. So please wish me luck that this is not a disaster and that I don't regret bringing both of them at the same time because Bonnie is a little devil child when she wants to be. The great news is that there's like no one here except for, I think like 2 guys that are fishing. And that's really about it. But both girls are off the lead, which I had to analyze before I did that. But there really is only 2 guys out there. And my 2 girls. And Bonnie's allowed out, free roaming, because there's no other dogs about. And she's not going to be a hassle or try to kill other dogs. Isn't that right, Bom Bom? Don't be fooled by her sweetness. She does attack. Oh. Oh. Oh, are you getting comfortable? Are you getting comfortable? Are you getting comfortable, Bon Bon? Oh, I'm really lucky that my girls are so good when it comes to like call and response, and also they don't like walking that far out of my peripheral, hello, I haven't slept yet. Peripheral vision, there we go, got it. So they really only run a little bit, but will always kind of circle back to make sure that I can still see them. But I do love taking Bonnie out, but I just need to make it the right moment because she can be a little bit of a menace. So I'm pretty sure Dolly knows that I've brought her favorite thing, which is in this bag. Yep, you know. Oh, is Bonnie gonna act interested as well? Go! Bonnie's only acting interested because she knows that it's something that Dolly really likes. Gimme, gimme, gimme! Good girl, Bonnie. Good girl, Bonnie. Oh, go get it. Bonnie like runs at such a lesser speed. Wow, the fishermen are like really in the water fishing. Okay. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Go. Oh, that's gonna go in the water. Is she gonna get it? Oh my god, it's almost in the water. Oh, it's down far. It's down far. Oh, do you see her? It's like right down by the water. Come on. Oh, they're over here. Come on. Good girl, Bonnie. Bon Bon. Great, clever girl. Come on, Bon Bon. Oh, you're so clever. Oh, are you getting the ball? Oh, did you bring the ball back? See, I thought Dolly brought it back. No, but it was Bon Bon. Okay. Are we ready? 1, 2, go! See how Bonnie's just... Oh shit, see it like goes right down by the water. Come on! Come on, come on, come on! Come on, my girls! Oh, thank you, Dolly. Come on, Bon Bon! Come on, Bon Bon! Oh, clever girl! Clever girl. Oh, you're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. Let's go! So yeah, anyway, I decided to start my morning here. Let me focus on my camera. Hello, camera, do you want to focus? Oh, jeez, it's just so close. I decided to start my morning out today instead of just immediately going to bed. I obviously haven't slept, so I was just going to go to bed, but I decided that it would be a perfect time to bring both of them out where it's very quiet, and thankfully it is. on, come on, come on. Oh my God, Bonnie's trying to rugby tackle her. Bonnie's such a menace. Go. Oh, Bonnie's just giving up now. She's like, nah. She's like, fair play, not for me. See, and then she tries to grab it at the last minute. She's such a little bitch. You are such a little bitch. Go. Whenever Dolly comes up, she's gonna try to snipe it off her. Watch this. Watch this. She is so fucking predictable. Hi, Bonbon. Look at this. She's trying to snipe it off her last minute. She likes to get the praise of bringing the ball back, but she doesn't like running for the ball. She's gonna do the same thing again. Bonbon! Bonbon! Look at her, sniping her for it. Good girl. Bonnie, you didn't get it that time. Maybe this time. Maybe this time. She really is such a little menace. Bonbon! 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 See, she is not interested in me. She's waiting for that attack. Look! Are you seeing that? She is such a little bitch. Go! Oh, are you giving up now? Bonbon! Oh, I love taking photos! You look so pretty! Look at this! Okay. 1, 2, Dolly, I haven't even thrown it yet! It's here! I have it here, Dolly! Go! Oh my God. I feel like that one went far. Good girl! Come on! Bonnie like halfway up the hill. Come here! I think she's waiting again to snipe her. I think she's waiting to snipe. She is! She tries to steal it off of her. Dolly does not allow that to happen. Does not allow that to happen. I can't believe that I'm lucky enough that they're mine and I'm their owner. They're seriously the most precious girls ever. And look at the fact that Bonnie is stealing the ball. But I can't believe it. And with this view, like, I've had 3 incredible years in Brighton. And both these girls were here throughout almost every single day of it. You know, Bonnie was here through every single day of it. And Dolly was like through every single day minus a month. Okay, yes, I'll throw it again. Oh, Bonnie, are you okay? She loves the feeling of the rocks. She does this often. You may think she can't get up, but she does just love rolling on her back. I know, it's very weird. I can't explain it. We'll throw it again. Bonnie, you look so pretty. You look so pretty. You look so pretty, sweetie. Here comes Dolly. So yeah, these are my favorite kind of mornings. I almost thought she wasn't going to see that ball, but any ball that is thrown, Dolly will see it. Yeah, these are my favorite kind of mornings, just coming out and chilling and no one being around. As I say that, I hear people. Uh-oh. Ooh. The question is, do they have a dog? No, it's just runners. We're all good. We're all good for another bit, Bom Bom. Go! I have a good throw. Come on! You're a beast, baby. Come on now. Look at you. You're a beast, baby. Come on now. Look at me. I'm a beast, baby. Wow, those fishermen are literally up to here in the water. They want those fish bad. I don't know about anyone else, but I really don't like going into the sea. I don't like going into the sea regardless of where I am in the world. The last time I went into the sea was whenever I was in Venice Beach. Dolly, you not gonna bring me the ball? She's like halfway down the beach. Oh, she's coming now. Hold on. Finish this train of thought. Oh, Bonnie tried to steal it. Okay, I'm gonna throw this one far so I can finish my sentence. All right. We've got about 30 seconds. was in Venice Beach, and even then I only went in the sea because my mom was going in the sea. I don't like going in the sea. I went in to the sea once, I don't know when it was, and it was like recently, and a bunch of fish touched my feet, and ever since that I've been scared to go back into the ocean. So I haven't since passed like here, and even that was only whenever I was in California, and it was like a once in a lifetime thing, you know what I mean? Come on, come on, come on. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I don't think I've ever been in the Brighton Ocean. And if I have, it hasn't been anything other than my feet in it. My friends go, there you go. My friends go swimming in it all the time, and they went swimming in it during summer, and I just kind of watched them. I was like, you enjoy that, I'm gonna be right here. But yeah, we're gonna have a little morning here, and then we're gonna walk back. They're having a jolly old time, and that is the update. Bonnie, Bon Bon, come here. Bonnie, oh, she is such a little bitch. Bonnie, Bon Bon. All right, so that is gonna be the update. We are gonna be here for a while, and then we're gonna go back to the apartment. There is a video I have that I was watching today. Oh, there's another dog. Bonnie is going on the lead immediately. Okay, that's the end of that thought. See, this is called being a responsible pet owner. When you notice that they're not gonna be great in a situation, you protect that situation. She, on the other hand, is fine. Bonnie, not so much. Okay, I'm keeping her on the lead, but the person is walking way down that side of the beach. I think they saw that I was holding Bonnie really close, like this. But anyway, there's a video on my hi, sweetie. Hi, my sweetie. There's a video on my channel where it's the first day that I bring Bonnie to the beach. Hi besties, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is the day that my puppy Bonnie is getting here. Bonnie is my French bulldog, my little Frenchie. Here we see Tyler right behind me, ever the most tired. So Bonnie is gonna be here any minute. Okay, so we're at Brighton Beach, and she is killing it. I think she likes it. I was super nervous because the difference between like the beaches over here and the beaches that she loves back home are that they are sandy beaches, and these are fucking rocky beaches. There's not that many people at the beach right now, so we're all good. Is that right, Bonnie? Oh, she sees the birds, I think. Hi, Bon Bon. Wanna go down by the water a bit? Good, yeah. Up a hill, and then down it again. Whee! She's doing such a good job. She's done such a good job, and she's really enjoying it. I like want to know whenever she gets tired, so that she'll sleep good tonight. Yeah, that is currently the update, and I'll get back to you whenever we are walking back home. And I was watching it last night, and it's just insane how much she's grown. And I think that's one of the craziest parts about being a pet owner, is not thinking they're growing much, and then quickly realizing that your little baby's all grown up. I love them both so much, so much. And Bonnie is loving the grass. The grass, I mean the rocks. I'm tired. Look how beautiful this sunset is tonight. The entire sky is so beautiful. The longer I live, the more fears I get. What just happened was I got an Uber to bring me into town so I could do some grocery shopping on like one of the only places that's open on a Sunday. And her phone dies like 1 minute into the journey, and I have to give her directions for the entire journey. But even though I've been here for 3 years, I barely know my way home. So I ended up giving up because she started becoming really angry at her phone dying. I was like literally screaming at her phone. So I was like, oh, like here's let me out here, like this is great. And she was like, but this is so far away from where you want to go. And I was like, no, this is exactly where I want to go. Because whenever an Uber driver is angry, I'm like, you are in full control of my life right now. Like, I'm just going to get out. So I'm very far away from the shop, but nothing a little stroll can't do. Nothing a little stroll can't do. All right, let's do it. Okay, I'm back. I never know what to do when an Uber driver is like having a moment. It's like really uncomfortable. Anyway, I'm going to give Milo some food. I have accidentally thrown away all my bowls, so I'm currently feeding him off of a paper plate. And the dogs have like a really big bowl, but I mean like little small ones. Like Milo will literally drown in a big bowl like that. So I went to the only shop that was literally open on a Sunday. Got myself a Red Bull. Very excited about that. Now, I got him his normal cat food, but I also got this like gourmet cat food. I've given him this in the past. I forget how much or how little he likes this. We'll try it together and see if he adores the luxury food. Food from a packet. I say this as I eat like pickles from the TikTok shop. It's so sloppy. Cat food looks like one of the most unappealing things in the entire world. Delicious, right, Milo? He has it all over his head. Well, he seemingly likes it, even though it literally stinks of shit and looks awful, but he seemingly is enjoying it. Is that right, Milo? Do you like it? Do you like it? Do you prefer it over your normal food? You're eating gourmet. Is that lovely? Alright, it's enough of the eating sounds. I've wanted a sip of Red Bull all day. Oh my god. It's the first time I've had a cold Red Bull in a while. Oh my god, my body's like reacting to it. I got some pain au chocolat to live my French fantasy. I got some noodles that I can make that are in date. If you watch the videos, you'll know that that's a big monumental moment. So we have them. I have another one of these clog on drainers just in case I need it. I fixed all of my, what are they called? Clogs. It's an awful word. All of my drains. Because whenever I was bathing Dolly, a lot of her hair got stuck in the drain. I fixed that, but I got this just in case it would ever happen again. I don't need to go to the shop and buy it. Some washing tablets because I have a shit ton of clothes to wash. Lavender conditioner, my favorite. That's what I want my clothes to always smell like. I got a bunch of different mini Pringles because you can never go wrong. You'll always regret, this is not Pringles, this is also more noodles. You'll never regret buying Pringles, but you'll always regret not buying Pringles. So I got more cat food, bins, and then more Pringles. And that is everything that I got at my lovely Sunday shop. But yeah, that Uber experience was really interesting, and I think later on we might have a little conversation about Ubers in general. But until then, I'm gonna enjoy my Uber. I'm gonna enjoy my Red Bull. And you're right beside Milo eating right now, so there's probably a lot of going on. So, oh wow, he is tearing this plate up. He is destroying this plate. Go on, boy, go easy on it. Alright, I'll catch up with you later. Okay, so I am now going to make dinner at, what time is it? It has to be over midnight. Oh, it's only 12:30, you know, AM, but, you know, got some curry noodles. I'm gonna uphold my promise, and I'm gonna talk about Uber rides that I've had over the course of my life that have been weird, because I am an Uber queen. If I can Uber somewhere, I'm gonna Uber somewhere. Like, to a fault. Like, I will spend money that I have to spend on groceries Ubering before I eat dinner. Because for me, I really appreciate, like, productivity and, like, timing. And if I can get out of bed 10 minutes later and be there before my friends who are walking or something like that, like, I will do that, right? Let me mix this around. And I actually want to check my app because I think it may have information on when I first started getting Ubers and how many Ubers I've had. Because, first of all, I'm also an Uber One member because that's Uber Eats as well. I'm also an Uber Eats queen, clearly. Just making my noodles. Okay, let me look on my Uber app and see what information I can give you, and then we're gonna have a little topic of conversation about this. So if I open up my Uber, I did change for my stream. I was doing a stream tonight. I should have put a shirt on underneath this. It was like kept falling down. What's happening? I don't know. Okay, account, activity. I wonder how I can see the breakdown. Oh my god, this shows everything. Because I remember seeing this once. Okay, Adam McIntyre, Uber account. I wonder how I can see my activity on here. Activity, services, home. Hold on, let me figure out how to do this and then I'll get back to you. So, thank you for being with us for 1,010 days. We've taken 1,891 trips. What? So, as you can imagine, I have lived a little bit of a life when it comes to Uber. You've chosen UberX for 7 of your last 10 trips. That's just like the standard car. You've earned a rider rating of 4.9 stars, which literally is almost 5 stars. I don't know who voted me down. It's probably some of the bad experiences I've had. You've ordered Uber Eats 410 times. View my trips. Rider trips. Oh, it's just every trip I've taken. You have an average trip price of £12. I think that's like coming and going from town. That is crazy. 1,000. Okay, so Uber stories. I've had a couple, right? I'm gonna be fixing my noodles while I talk about this. So the one today wasn't necessarily a bad Uber experience, but it was a first for me. I've never ever been in an Uber, and I've Ubered in different countries, different cities. I've had so many different kinds of Uber drivers. Never once have I had their phone die during the Uber. So basically, this person no longer knows where to drive me. They can't end the trip. I've never had that experience before. And I'm like, holy shit, I Uber to and from the airport always. What's to say, like, I would be Ubering somewhere, you know, far away, and then it would cut out and we're just in the middle of nowhere and they don't know where they're going. So now I have a new fear unlocked. So I'm always going to make sure that my phone is obviously, you know, well charged, so I can, on the off chance that that happens, I can be the one to give the fucking directions. I'm actually going to put more seasoning into this as well. So that has slightly freaked me out because I'm someone anyway who has a lot of concerns when it comes to Uber. Clearly not, considering I've taken so many rides on it. But I really am. I'm someone who is very protective of my safety. I think I have to be I do a lot on my own. I solo travel on my own. and I say all this to my friends as well about making sure that you're safe, and I'm gonna put some hot sauce in this. I think it's really, really, really important, clearly. But I've had some Uber drivers that have tried to scam me. I think I've told this story before, but love this hot sauce, by the way. Love it. My friend Rachel recommended me this. I've had some Uber drivers try to scam me. I think I may have told this story on a stream or something before, but me and my mum were in London, and it was the day before we went to LA, and we were going to London just for the day because we were going to Mrs. Brown's Boys, which was a comedy show. And whenever we're Ubering back, we get into the car, and the car looks really, 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 like, run down compared to the photo of what you would think it is. We get in, and the guy immediately goes, oh, he's in the middle of the road, and he's like, I can't drive you until you pay me. And I go, okay, I've paid you. And he goes, my app isn't working. And he shows me, like, his phone, and it says, like, the payment didn't go through. And he's like, I can't drive you until I get the payment. And I'm like, I understand that, but, like, the payment goes through whenever I book it. And he goes, no, 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 look. And accidentally clicks what my mom was like, oh, wow, that gives me a little bit of confidence that you will speak up for yourself if someone tries to scam you. He accidentally touched his phone like this, which then showed that it was a photo because it came up here like the date and it came down here like delete photo and stuff. So he was showing me a photo of a screenshot. And the reason I'm telling this as well is so if this ever happens to you, to be aware. He was showing me a screenshot of a photo that was saying that the payment didn't go through and was telling me to either bank transfer him the money for the ride or to pay him in cash, which would have meant if someone didn't know that they would have sent him money on PayPal or Cash App or giving him cash, not knowing that they were also paying him, so he's getting double the money for the same duration. And we were going from London to Brighton, which is like a £100 Uber. And so I literally turned around that, oh my god, I can't remember, I was so pissed off because my mum was there as too, right? And I was like, that's a photo. And he was like, what? And I got so aggressive. I was like, that's a photo and you're trying to scam me. I went, Mum, get out. And I opened my door and Mum opens her door. And literally the middle of the street. And I was like, you're scamming me and that's a photo. Slam door, get out. And I immediately take a photo of his number plate and put it on Twitter, clearly. And I'm like, hey Uber, this driver just scammed me. And you know what the worst part is? Uber charged me for that entire £100 thing. And I never, ever got the money back for that. However, they said they launched an investigation into him. I don't believe any of that, but it really bothers me that, like, people could literally just be going about their day, not really focusing, and pay him that extra money. So that's a new scam to look out for as well. And I really almost scared my mom with how confrontational I was. And whenever I contacted Uber about it, they were like, oh, the driver actually put a complaint in that you were verbally assaulting him. And I was like, well, I was shouting at him because he was trying to scam me and my mother and drive off when we were in the car. So of course I was shouting at him, and then they were on my side apparently after that. Believe the customer and all that, fucking hell. So that was a weird one. I've had, oh my god, I had a time when, I don't think I've ever told this story, it was pretty rough. Wait, I think I may have. I was coming back from Anaheim to literally main Hollywood. And this isn't a bad story about the Uber, but it's a bad Uber experience on my behalf. And I had just came from a party where I was drinking a lot of Red Bull, and I shouldn't have been drinking as much Red Bull as what I was drinking. And I had had a really long day. I woke up really early that day. I drank way too much Red Bull, and I started feeling incredibly sick that I needed to throw up. And there was also mocktails at this party as well. So it was really just so much sugar, right? So I ordered my Uber. And I don't necessarily think about the fact that the Uber is going to be over an hour long right after me already feeling sick from how much sugar I just drank. And basically, my friends all were staying in Anaheim, but I had to go back to Hollywood. So I get my Uber and pick me up, and literally, I will never remember this. I remember every second of that Uber. And there was a time where I thought I was literally going to throw up. And I go, and he goes, is everything okay? And I go, just really gassy. I stressed out in that moment and thought, instead of telling him that I was going to throw up, obviously because I would get kicked out, because I knew I could hold it down, I told him that I'm just gassy, and he was like, okay. Like, whether he believed me or not, what just a weird thing to fucking say to an Uber driver. That one was surreal. And then he left me at the hotel, Hollywood Roosevelt, we were staying at that time. He left me out of the car. And he literally was still on the road while I was bent over outside the Hollywood Roosevelt, throwing up outside of the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And he watched that happen. So, that happened. There was a couple times as well where it normally happens when I'm in France, which is crazy because I normally feel really safe whenever I'm in France, specifically Paris. I had an Uber driver try to get me to not go to my hotel, but actually go back to his house, and he would cook me dinner and I could stay in his guest bedroom. And he said the reason that he would want to do this, or the reason I would want to do this, is because he would get me a lot of Louis Vuitton. I actually took a video of this in the moment, posted this on my TikTok. This is actually something I have a video of. Because I knew that no one was going to believe me. I also took the video because I was sending it to my family WhatsApp to let them know my location, because I was very scared. He tried to take my phone to put my number in, and instead we came to the compromise of I'd give him my number and he put it into his phone. Gave him a fake number and he tried to text it, but I literally just got out of the car. At that stage we were pretty close to my hotel. Anyway, that was one of the most scary ones, and it felt very I honestly felt that he was going to drive off with me in there, because he was talking about, you know, why would I want to go back to a hotel when, you know, he would cook me a home-cooked meal and he would buy me so much Louis Vuitton, and his house is pretty close by anyway. Should we just take a look down? And I'm like, no, like, can you leave me back to my hotel, please? That was a really scary one, and I was like 18 when that happened as well, so pretty terrifying. Whenever I was in Marbella in Spain, I had a couple experiences where the drivers were trying to figure out if I had a girlfriend or not, and I would just say that I was single, and then they would turn around and literally stare at me, and I think that they were on to me, and it was a very uncomfortable kind of ones. And I remember there was one time it happened so much in Marbella, sorry, that I ended up telling the Uber driver I did have a girlfriend. He clearly didn't believe me and asked me every name or every question under the sun about my girlfriend that I do not have. Sometimes you just gotta lie about your life to protect yourself, especially in a situation like an Uber, if you think that they're gonna be homophobic towards you or something like that. So he asked me so many questions, spicy, I love it, about my girlfriend and wouldn't stop. He was very clearly didn't believe me. There's a lot of experiences like that. The first time that I went to America, which was LA, the Uber that, so spicy, hold on. The Uber that picked me up from the airport and brought me to the hotel, was on the, called someone on the phone after I got in the car and started saying every gay slur under the moon, and started talking about how gays were changing the world and that they were predators and that they just making fun of gay people. He was putting on Gay Voice and all these different things. And I always was like, okay, it's just a coincidence. Like, there's no way that's about me. I end up telling that story once on a live stream and everyone was like, okay, Adam, like, he was making fun of you. And like, putting his foot down about you. That was a pretty, but I wasn't intimidated in that moment, whatever. You know, I was man-spreading in the seat behind, so I was like, he definitely thinks I'm straight. That was a little bit of a concerning one, but I was texting my friend Kat the entire time, who was at the hotel waiting for me, and she was, you know, keeping up to date with everything, so I felt very safe, and, you know, that was one that happened, not in an Uber, but whenever I got a taxi in Belfast once when I was like 16, the Uber driver or the taxi driver ends up figuring out that I'm from Derry instead of Belfast because of my accent, and then asks me if I ever been to Belfast before, and I say yeah, but this is, for some reason I say yeah, but this is my first time alone. Why would I say that? Why would I say that? And he's like, oh my god, I have a really, really, really nice row in Belfast. He was talking about streets or something. He was saying it was really nice for people who are first timers in Belfast. He asked me if I would want to go see that, and I went, no, I'm fine. And in my head I was like, why the fuck did I just say? Why the fuck did I just say it's my first time in Belfast? And he's like, do you want to come see this? Oh my god, there was another one in Belfast where the guy wanted to kill his wife. Oh my god, and I have a video of that as well. I posted that on my social media. We were driving to my brother's house in Belfast. This wasn't an Uber, this was a taxi. And he was talking the entire time about his wife and how much he hates her and he hates his kids. And he was asking me all these different things on making jokes about poisoning her and making jokes about killing her. And I took this video and I posted it on my social media, and everyone was like, oh, it's just like a joke or whatever. Like, he's just venting, he's trying to be friendly. And I'm like, okay, well, I posted the video. It was crazy. That one was so fucking scary. And I literally thought he was going to kill me in that one. That was a pretty scary one because I was literally like 15 or 16 during that time. Yeah, I was, and that was my first time leaving Derry on my own, even though Belfast was only like an hour or so away. That one was pretty fucked up. I'm trying to think where else I've Ubered. I mean, Brighton I Uber a lot. Actually, Brighton I've probably had the safest Ubers. I feel like most of my problematic Ubers that I've had have been in London and Spain. I've had some pretty bad ones in Paris, like I said. Belfast can be pretty hit or miss. Derry literally has taxis, and the Derry taxi men are so nice. Derry, I probably feel the safest in a taxi or Uber. No, yeah, Derry, then it would be Brighton. I feel incredibly unsafe in London Ubers because they literally hate the passenger and they also hate driving, whereas the Parisian taxi drivers hate traffic, but they're quite friendly. A little bit difference. I actually feel really safe whenever I'm in Paris in general, but I have had some pretty harsh Uber experiences over there, but it literally has only been one or two. I actually feel really safe whenever I'm in Paris, and I'm appreciative of that. I guess it just depends on what areas you go to and stuff like that. But yeah, there's been some pretty fucking weird ones here and there. But for the most part, I am an Uber whore. Uber to me is just, it's just so practical. Literally, I had to check that Manchester had Uber because I wouldn't have moved to a city if it didn't have Uber. I could not move to a city if it didn't have Uber because all my friends are getting their license, right? I want nothing more to be able to have my own car and drive. I really, really, really want it. But it's not practical. If I was to drive in Brighton, I would I mean, it's not worth it. Like, getting a bus would be easier, getting an Uber, right? London, there's no point. You're in traffic all the time. Manchester, you're in traffic all the time. Like, in the UK, driving is not that great of a thing. So it's like, if I was back home in Derry, maybe I'd want to drive. But like, out here, like, there's so much public transport. But I really wish I could drive. I think it'd be so easy with like transporting the girls around and stuff. Where are they? I see Dolly is on the blanket. Where's Bonnie? I guess she's like here. Yep. She loves sleeping in this like really weird dog toy box that I have. Bonnie's gonna do what Bonnie's gonna do. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up making my noodles. I'm gonna eat my noodles and I'll catch up with you after that. But there's some Uber stories, some fun ones. I'm gonna start thinking of other ones because again, I have over 1,000 Ubers, but those are the standout ones in my head right now. But if you have any, please let me know and we'll talk about it. But I'm gonna try think of other ones. Okay, so an update on the move and what I'm gonna spend my night doing is, if you always see these boxes in my videos, they're the ones that are currently holding all of my clothes that are washed and ready to go. So I have ordered, by people recommending, vacuum seal bags. They're arriving tomorrow. I'm gonna start putting my clothes in that. And I also have, in my bedroom, the last bit of, this is how blue the room is that I stream in, like, it's so bright. These are the last pieces of clothes that I have to wash. There's 2 black bags and then some things on top. Once I wash them, I'm completely done with all of my clothes being washed. So then they're gonna start going in the vacuum seal packs. But what I'm gonna spend my night doing tonight is, I got my fridge and freezer done yesterday, thank God. If you're aware, you're aware. Tonight I'm gonna spend it washing, doing 20-minute wash loads with those clothes. And then tomorrow is gonna really start the packing of getting rid of those boxes and stuff. But I got in my cupboard completely cleaned out yesterday, which was normally where I like kept all of my stuff. So for that to be cleaned out is like one of the biggest things. So I just am like, I'm not making progress, but I'm doing so much. So it's so annoying. I feel like I'm doing so much every night and I feel like nothing's changing in the apartment. And I just don't know why. I think it's because I have so much stuff that it's like, I want that out of the apartment before I can like feel like I have the apartment moved out of. But one thing I will say is I always did think I had so much. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have so many boxes. I saw someone move out today and they had a movers van outside and they literally had like 40 boxes. So I was like, that must be a family. But it made me feel a little bit better. I was like, well, maybe I'll just order a small van. But that's what I'm gonna spend my night doing. I will see you tomorrow. I hope you all have a beautiful night and goodbye.